Hey guys, it's me, your favorite masked Redditor today. Coming back to you with some more Reddit stories. You know, the same guy who won't edit his video or create a thumbnail for it. He's just hoping that whatever picture that YouTube lands on, it'll look nice. God. Oh, I should learn. At least I should put like a title and something. I tried doing it last time. It just didn't look good. It didn't look good, okay? What do you want from me? I'm picky sometimes. Look at some cool ass, look at the Smosh thumbnails for their Reddit stories. They're very simple. They're really nice, but they're very simple. Just random color backdrop, fucking two people on either side, the Reddit symbol, and fucking the title. And I can't even do that. I know. Fucking mask, get your shit together. Oh, well, I'm trying. Well, I want to hope you guys are having a good day today. I'm having a good day today. Feels pretty good today. I'm off work. Don't have anything to do. Recording this video. Love making my stories, unfortunately. I know why you're asking. Why, unfortunately? Because I'm on Reddit. Don't get into Reddit, folks. Just listen to me tell you about the stories. Don't visit the site. It's too much. It's too much. I'm in a hole and I just keep digging deeper. It's an addiction. I can't help it. Also, the mask is back. My whole face mask thing. Isn't it great? Aren't you in love? I know. Listen, not a lot of good looking Redditors out there, okay? Sometimes you just gotta get your daily mask fill. It's okay. I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, I'm done. I swear. So, what is today's theme? Well, I'm going to call this theme Relationship Drama Mama because it rhymes. There are dudes in this relationship, too, that really suck. Alright? Some men, some women. Some men, some women. And I'm done trying to think that there was something catchy to what the fuck I just said. Let's get into the stories, why don't we? I really do hope you guys have had a good day today. So this one is a short one. And this one comes from AITAH, you know, that fun other Am I the Asshole subreddit. So this one this one is called My Girlfriend Called Me Brother While Having Sex. Don't you just love the titles of these things? Like, what? My girlfriend called me brother while having sex. So obviously I've read these stories. Otherwise, I'm the only person who's vetting this shit, you know? Maybe that's why they're not so good, eh? Let's not say that. Mask. They're pretty nice, but I don't think so. But they are. But they're not. I'm very curious how you both haven't decided that let's just tell the stories. We'll let the viewers decide. Alright. Goddamn, my phone closed again. So this one is, my brother called me girlfriend during sex. Again, what a weird title. Okay, I, a 28 male, and my girlfriend, a 29 female, were in the middle of having sex. We were nearing climax when I went to grab her hand. She quickly clasped it, pulled my arm towards her in the style of friendly handshake. She brought it in and said, "Hell yeah, brother." I couldn't anymore. My erection died. Well, I felt like I just gave one of the boys a good old bring it in pat on the back and go get beers handshake. Had to tell somebody. Thanks, Reddit, for listening to my misery. Okay, now I know why I say that, because that was kind of, that's funny. She full on, could you imagine that for a minute? Guys, or hell, women who like women, lesbians, fucking tell me, if your girlfriend, while you're out there fucking cowgirl styling it or fucking scissoring it up, just falling out there, you go to reach for your girlfriend's hand, and she claps it like, yo, bro, hey, fucking hell, good, brother. Damn. Could you imagine that for a minute? She's just like, yo, my dog, fucking yeah. We made sweet, sweet love together. Thanks for getting my rocks off. I'll call you tomorrow. Peace. I I don't know how to feel about that. Would my erection die? Probably yes. I don't. Could you imagine? I couldn't even think about that. Like, for whatever reason, she had it in her head. It was, obviously, like, this is just funny. But in reality, she just wasn't thinking. You got that moment, you're both sweaty, your body's grinding, you're bumping the uglies. You fucking just straight up going through and just fucking twisting the grind. I'm trying to think. The mommy and dad, the two-person pushing, the mommy and daddy did, the fucking hamburger bus in Tuna Town. All that shit. So, she's probably, it's one of those things, you're fucking, your mind's not even there. You just flat out are like, yeah, I just did that. I can't believe I just did it. She's probably as embarrassed as he is. In reality, I don't even think he's, I don't think he's super embarrassed. Otherwise, why the fuck are you writing on Reddit? It's more or less like, she's probably like feeling awful. She's like, I can't believe I just did that. Oh no, like, how? Oh god, I can't believe I just did that. Why? And he's like, babe, it's okay. No, it's not okay. But it is. But it's not. But it is. But it's not. Oh. That was just for me. Okay? It's usually just for me. Alright? You don't have to laugh. Stop laughing at me. I'm very sensitive. Okay, let's look at these comments, right? So with 9.5k upvotes, the first one reads, I read the title as called my brother while having sex. LOL. And that would somehow be worse. That'd be really worse. Yes, that would be fucking 10 times. Someone replies to that and says, I was almost thinking it was going to be his girl called him her brother's name during sex. I definitely waited to read something wildly fucked up, not something that should have definitely been viewed as a memorable moment. So, someone else comments and says, did she also tell you to say your prayers and eat your vitamins, brother? Someone replies to that, it's not going to work for me, brother. Yeah. You eat your vitamins, brother. Whoa. 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 Again, just for me. So, let's see. Wow, that was a short one. How far are we in this? Wow, 8 minutes for that video. I really had nothing planned for that. I should try to script more. No, it would never feel as authentic as it does just coming from me wee old mouth. Just think about it. Now, if I was good at editing, we'd all see me thinking about maybe a pigeon. Let's talk about pigeons for a minute. What do you guys think of pigeons? They've got that weird worm on their nose, and I just never understood it. You ever just want to peel that off? Just see what's under there? Probably wouldn't feel good for the pigeon. Nah, let's not do that. Okay, as I say this, as I talk about the pigeon story, I'm somehow transitioning. Actually, no, I'm not. There's nothing in these stories to do with pigeons. I just wanted to use that to fill in the silence it takes for me to scroll to the next story. Okay, now we did start off with something fun. Here we go with something a little more unfortunate, right? So this comes from our relationship advice, and this says, my 30-year-old man girlfriend, 28 female, just called me cringy and weak for having a moment, and I don't know how to react to it. So a bit of backstory. I, 30-year-old man, was lucky enough to have a beautiful childhood with a very loving family. When I was a kid, I played Pokemon Diamond on my Nintendo DS a lot. I feel it. Actually, no, I didn't play Pokemon that much. No, I was more of a Skyrim kid. And Oblivion. Yeah, my grandpa had a lot of PC games. That was fun. And I remember very specifically going to this area of the game called the Eterna Forest because I loved its music. It's a beautiful piano melody, and I would listen to for hours, which actually motivated me to learn to play the piano. I would play it if I wasn't worried that it was copyright, and it is Nintendo, so they probably they wouldn't be able to demonetize the channel, but or demonetize the video, but I'd probably get copyrighted for it, wouldn't I? Probably. Do I care though? Yes, yes I do. I don't want to get taken down just as soon as I start up. So Q today, I have a girlfriend, a 28 female. We've lived together for 2 years. We have a great relationship. We were in the living room. I was playing video games while she was sitting next to me browsing Instagram. I was playing Pokemon Legends on my Switch, which is a prequel to Pokemon Diamond. Great game, by the way. That is the only Pokemon game I've ever finished. Like, full on, filled out the Pokedex. Anybody who wants to get into Pokemon, I do recommend that one. Why do I recommend that one? You're not going to get all the little hints because it does reference Diamond and Pearl a lot in that game. And you could start with those ones. Really, all honesty, I've never really seen Pokemon as having any entry that's not a bad starting entry. But Legends Arceus was really fun. I enjoyed that one. The game I played when I was a kid on my DS. All of a sudden, as I progress through the game, I get to a forest area, and a beautiful arrangement of the Eterna Forest song I loved as a kid comes on. I wasn't expecting it, and I stopped on my tracks to listen to the song. In a mix of shock and nostalgia, I started tearing up. It reminded me of those happy times when I was a kid and brought back many memories from my happy childhood. I stopped moving in the game and kept silent while I heard the music, while a few tears rolled down, fully living the moment. My girlfriend noticed and asked me if I was okay. I dried off my tears and I started happily explaining what had happened, and I gave her this whole backstory. When I finished explaining, she asked, "So you're telling me you're crying over a video game?" Hang on, guys, I gotta do my... I should start doing voices for this. So you're telling me you're crying over a video game? I told her it wasn't the video game, but it was what it represented. The good memories it gave me. Then she said, "I can't believe you right now. Crying over a video game is cringy as hell. Okay? It's cringe." And she stood up and left for our bedroom. I followed her and asked her what was wrong. And she said she was disappointed that I cried over something like that, and that she wasn't expecting me to be this weak. She said she didn't want to talk about it further and went to bed. I didn't really expect her to react this way. We've been together for 4 years, and so far she's been a great partner. And this is very uncharacteristic of her. She has, however, stated several times that she hates video games, and that she doesn't like me playing them. But I stood my ground long ago and told her I'm not leaving my favorite hobby. And because she doesn't like it, which she has slowly come to accept, I have found a balance to play in my free time that doesn't affect our relationship. And until now, it has worked just fine. I don't want to overreact and call it quits over something like this, but I'm concerned about the way of thinking of hers, and quite honestly, I'm sad that she reacted this way. I was just having a human moment and opened up with her, only to be called names by the person I love. And when we were planning on having kids eventually, and if we do end up having a boy, I do not plan on raising him with toxic masculinity or anything like that, so I'm not sure how to go over this situation. TLDR, a video game brought back happy memories, which made me tear up. My girlfriend called me cringy and weak because of it. Wow, what a bitch! Damn! Look, guys, there's a lot of times you can always try to read within the lines, right? But I don't, if she's specifically talking about this video game bringing back memories, and what she's calling him is just cringy, it's not like she's saying, "Oh, I'm sick of you playing these games." There's not a lot of reading in between the lines here that would make it make sense that she has this fucking outburst, right? Now, there is an update, which I did read. So, I already know where this is going. Not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend, "Oh, I don't know what her idea was or why she was thinking of it. I know why she's doing it. I know exactly what it is. We're not going to spoil it for you guys, but to take a more objective look, it doesn't make sense why she would be freaking out about it, or why she would be upset. Because first off, like the way she reacted, it sounds almost like he did. It sounds like he did something wrong. She didn't want to. She said she didn't want to talk about it further, and went to bed. Like, what? Like, was it that big a damn deal? Come on now. Come on. Was it, like, being so weak? That's so weird. Now, I will admit, I'm a little weirded out with how he brought up toxic masculinity and everything. I don't know why exactly he brought that part up. Like, not that I'm saying toxic masculinity is okay or anything. It totally is not. It totally is not. It's not. It is not masks. I know it's not. I'm not saying it is. I was making a joke. It doesn't sound so funny, and I don't think they will find it funny either. Shut the fuck up. No one's talking to you right now. Shh. The voices in my head are having arguments again. So, you know, God, I've never been the kind of person that wants an apology. Never really felt the need to have someone apologize to me over something stupid like this. I don't need an apology. I just don't do it again. That's really about it. Like, why the fuck? I still don't get it. I still don't understand. I know why she's doing it, but I don't understand why she would take this route to, like, do this. It don't make sense, and it doesn't sound right. Like, no matter what she says, no matter what she'll say, it just doesn't, it's not going to help. There's no fucking right way of treating somebody like that over crying. Just crying in general. Like, even we take the video game part out of it, crying. Like, to take somebody, like, crying like that. Like, even, like, for the most part, it's like, even crocodile tears, just turn around and walk the fuck away, because at this point in time, it's having an actual moment of maybe happy memories. What a stupid ass fucking way to show you don't give a shit. Alright, let's get on to this update, alright? Because it's right under this post. Update. First of all, wow. I wasn't expecting to receive this many replies. Thanks, everyone, for chipping in and for your encouraging comments. It's awesome how some people have reached out privately in concern. I truly appreciate it. Even the ones who have DM'd me calling me a sissy, cupcake, loser, and other things. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? I don't mean my adoring view, but just people in general. What the fuck does that, like, why? What enjoyment do you get out of this? Like, really? Because there's no way in hell you DM this because you feel it's your responsibility to check him on his crying. You have to enjoy this somewhere along the line. Like, there's got to be some happy moment where you're, like, sitting there going, yes, tell him he's a goddamn loser. Oh, tell him he's a loser. Like, what? Why? Just why? Just why? Okay. I hope you guys find love and peace eventually. Now I'd have to answer a few questions. First, I want to clarify that I do not regret reacting how I did, nor do I feel embarrassment or anything like that. I won't let absolutely anyone make me change the way I am. I am the way I am. I will react to things however I feel like reacting. I dare say I am an emotionally intelligent person, and I know very well how to compartmentalize. Compartmentalize? That's a big word for Elmo. You can't see it, but my eyes are like fucking saucers right now, with fucking that giant-ass 11-character word. I don't think I can say it in this strange accent I'm trying to do, that I don't even know where it's from. my thoughts and feelings and not let them take me over. I hate toxic masculinity, and I refuse to let such a ridiculous culture dictate how I act. I'm also a strong believer in communication, and I think this wasn't a deal breaker in our relationship. At least not until we talked about it. Also because it's the first and only time anything like this has happened. And if it was a repeat case or if she had doubled down, I would have left a long time ago. Another part that I now, in retrospect, think I should have added to the original post to add context to people asking what her background is. She comes from a family of athletes, herself being one. We're both tennis players and fans. In fact, that's how we met. We share a passion for the sport. She also has a healthy relationship with her family. She's close with her parents and sister, and we see them often. They're all great people, and she has been unfamiliar with video games her whole life. I've asked her before why she hates them so much, and she said she thinks they're nerdy, stupid, and a waste of time. I think she's a classic case of hating something you don't understand. Have I reacted like this before? Yes, I have, but not too often. In fact, the only one time before today was when one of my favorite tennis players won his first big tournament after a really close match 2 years ago. I was so happy I teared up. She's a big fan of this player as well, and we celebrated his victory together. As for her, I honestly don't recall ever seeing her cry over something in the 4 years we've been together. I talked to my girlfriend after we both calmed down. I began to explain and telling her how hurt and disappointed I was by her reaction, and told her that she just couldn't talk to me, or anyone for that matter, like that for expressing their feelings because it's just rude and demeaning and very much unlike her. Go away notification? And very much unlike her. Then I asked, what's going on, and why would she call me those things? She then proceeded to apologize and explain it wasn't the crying that upset her. I asked if it also bothered her that I cried that time our favorite player won the tournament, and she said that it didn't. She said that it bothered her that I had such a strong emotion to something she really dislikes, which is a video game. Especially with it being a Pokemon game, which is another discussion we had a long time ago, where she told me she didn't like that I still played a kid's game. I told her she would have to deal with it because I'm not changing who I am, what I like for anyone. And it made her very angry, and she just didn't express it properly and made a very poor choice of words and let the anger get the best of her. She said she doesn't think I'm weak at all and said that she loves and appreciates everything I do. Okay, I want to stop real quick. I thought I had read this update. So, yeah, I'm sorry about that. I thought I had read this update, but apparently I didn't because I don't remember any of this. But I hope you guys are liking my strange accent storytelling here. Alright, let's do that again. I asked her if she feels like I do not give her enough attention. She said that's not the case, but that she would just love I just never played video games. Love it if I just never played video games at all and dropped it all together. I told her once again that's unfortunately not going to happen because it's a hobby I enjoy. I also told her I would never ask her to give up on her hobbies just because I didn't like them, so it was unfair that she did that to me. And that I would be more understanding of this request if playing consumed me to a point which our day-to-day dynamic would be affected, such as me losing my job or if I stopped doing my house chores because of it, or anything like that. But that's far from the case. We have a very good roommate. Dynamic. Our house is always clean. I do errands without being told to. We play tennis together, and at least 3 times a week, and sometimes after that we hit the gym. We eat out often, our sex life is good, etc. We spend a lot of quality time together. It's just the relationship in general, which is why I was so surprised by her reaction. I've also invited her several times to join me in playing fun stuff, like Mario Kart or It Takes Two. So we play both great games. You all should try them out. If you don't like video games, hey, maybe this could be your chance. Go. Buy yourself a console. Play some video games. Maybe have sex while playing those video games. That might help a lot of people's sex life. Relationships. What a bother. So we spend more time together with her while doing something I like, and the answer is always no. She then said she didn't stop to think how actual meaningful that moment was for me because she got really angry. She said she was so sorry, she was so dismissive and sensitive, and promised not to do it ever again. She admitted that she had some work on herself to do, and apologized once more, and said she tried to be more understanding and patient, which I hope she does. I'm not perfect either, but I'm willing to put in the work to work on myself for the good of the relationship, as long as that doesn't giving up on something that makes me or her happy, because I love her. We're planning on playing some tennis later today, so hopefully things will continue to simmer down, and this episode won't ever occur again. Obviously, this is an alert for me, and I hope it stays a one-time thing. That ended a lot more happy than I thought it would. What do you guys think the comments are? You guys think they're telling her to dump him? Now, mind you, this is an updated post on the same post, so probably all the comments we're gonna see is shit from the first thing he posted on. I'm still not a fan of how the way she looked at. But you know what? We all say shit we don't like. We all say shit we don't mean. We do. We say shit we don't mean. And sometimes there's things you do say that you can't take back. I don't think this is one of those times. Make no mistake, there are a lot of people out here. I don't know why they do it. Maybe that moment. But there are some things you'll say in a relationship you can't take back. So don't say them. Oh, God. Then again, what am I? The relationship doctor? I was imagining my face would grow to like a witch doctor's nose, like you'd be like, woo! No? No? Nobody? Alright, fine, I'll keep going. Alright, so let's see here. There's that video with a husband tearing up about his wife, about his wire that lasted 40 years, and his wife filming him and asking him what he's doing. He explains full of emotion. His wife pretty much brushes it over. Guess what the reaction on the internet was? Completely hateful toward the wife. I wonder why. Try to tell your girlfriend about how you feel again. To tell her how her reaction made you feel. If she dismisses you, that's not your girlfriend. Someone said. So that one had like 3.1k upvotes. Someone replies to that and says, "Yes, exactly. There was implication there. It wasn't about the wire. It was about the practically half a century that the wire implied, and in that moment represented. Just like it wasn't about the video game. In both cases, it was witnessed by a stupid, shallow so-called partner who lacked the wit or the depth to realize what had struck the person they claimed to love." I could see, yeah. There are some things I have in which will not last probably my lifetime, and the moment it probably breaks down completely or goes and I have to get rid of it, I'm gonna be devastated. I can feel that moment, those memories from your childhood, those times when things were a lot simpler, or hell, maybe a lot more complicated. There might be those times where a smell, a sight, something you hear, even a taste, a feel, just one of the 5 sentences that just triggers a memory of that time, and you get overwhelmed for a moment. I have that moment. Like, whenever I smell some sort of detergent, I'm reminded of my grandmother's place, where we went every day on the weekends to just go and visit her, and we got to play all these cool games and everything, because we didn't have a lot of that stuff in my house. We did occasionally, my dad did have his console, but it was one of those things where, we were dumb kids, and sometimes we'd break ours, and of course, our parents were strict about that. You broke it, guess what? You don't get another one. So, yeah. So going to my grandmother's house where there was always something there, yeah, hell yeah. That was always a fun time. It was one of those things, and to have somebody shit on that is upsetting. Do I think it's deal-breaking upsetting? No. I don't think he should just break up with her. I think he's got a chance. I think she in the update she pretty much apologized, and that meant a lot, probably, to him, and that's a good thing. So I'm willing to give her the benefit of the doubt. I hope you guys are too. Everybody has their own opinions on this thing. You know, one bad word said to your partner, like one bad statement, usually a lot of people that I've seen are very much quick to, on at least on Reddit, are quick to jump on the bandwagon of they need to break up. This relationship needs to be picture. No insults, no put downs, no nothing should ever be said. But sometimes you say something triggers your brain to say it a certain way. And while yes, that is still your responsibility, it is also your responsibility to try to save the relationship if you can. To say, hey, look, and by giving a proper apology, to look at your partner and say, I'm sorry, I fucked up. This is what I said. This is why I said it. I shouldn't have said it, and I was wrong. I can understand if you don't want to be with me, but I apologize. And if you let this, I'm not going to do it again. And again, I don't think this kind of thing was super bad, but I do think this could have been a symptom of a larger problem down the line if it wasn't addressed. I like the way OP handled it. He seems like he had a really good thing where he wasn't talking down to her. It's like, hey, I can't believe you fucking called me that. I just can't believe you fucking said all that shit to me. I can't believe you did this. And just right off the bat, if he was combative, I think she would have turned combative. And then guess what? Nobody's the good guy anymore in this situation. At least in my opinion, because a lot of people kind of go at these situations as like, oh yeah, you can go at them as hard as you want, and you know what, they had it coming, they deserve it. And it's like, that's true, but do you really want that shit to fucking come down on you like that again? Do you really want to put yourself through the stress of having that fucking anger like in you? It's one of the things that like I can never get. It's like, why is that your solid opinion on that? Like, why does everything have to be a fight? Why can't you just take a minute to say, hey, I wasn't okay with that. That was not all right. If you like me, if you love me, you respect me, please, I'm begging you, don't do it again. Doesn't have to be an argument. But let's see. Hopefully, oh boy, if this is you showing your vulnerabilities when it's a happy moment, I hate to see you show your vulnerabilities to anything that brought you the opposite. I'm not jumping on the leave her bandwagon just yet, but that is a huge alarm. Reminds me of those men. How did your partner react when you cried in front of them posts on Ask Men every 2 weeks/months? There's a fucking post for that? Wow. A partner could feel different about it, but to disregard and invalidate your experience is incredibly discouraging for a stable and good future in the relationship. I mean, if she recognizes what she did was wrong and takes responsibility, there's hope. But if not, it's definitely a pretty bleak future of the relationship. Is there hope? I would agree if she was just like, I don't get it. I think it's weird that you're crying about this, which is more harmless. But she, for real, said she didn't expect him to be so weak. Like, that's an insane reaction. That is insane. I can't, like, in my head, like, that's a very bad wording. But if you're willing to be like, I don't want to break up over this, like, he seems like a guy who can shrug off shit like that real fucking easy. Oh, you called me weak. Okay, cool. Like, you're my partner, you're not supposed to. I want to figure out why you're calling me this. This is not okay. Which he did. So if he's willing to put that effort in, I think we, as people that read this post, should probably give him the benefit of the doubt to say, hey, you obviously know what you're doing. Go about this your way, but always keep an eye out. You're going to have to keep an eye open now because she showed you something that was not good. It was not good. But I trust him enough to at least do what he believes is right. So I hope that everybody else kind of gives him the benefit of the doubt as well. And let's see, was there ever, like, I swear, when did this get posted? Let me see here. God, I'm going all the way up here. I wish there was just an up button for Reddit. Okay. Oh, this was posted 4 days ago. Let's see. Oh, God. Anyone who looks at this dude's profile, be very careful. I'm finding some Not safe for work content. Not safe for work content. The reason I'm doing this is because there's no button that says okay that lets me just go past it. So hang on. Phone crashed. Loading screen. Loading screen. No, it's just when I pick on this dude's profile. So I can't find it. I can't go look at the updates. But I hope they work this out, and I hope they get their shit together. That's really all you can say on that point. See, where are we at right now? Holy fuck, 36 minutes? Damn, I talked long on that second story. Well, let's find out here real quick. Get the fuck off the glasses. Gotta bring my eyeballs back. How else will you know I have eyes? All you'll be staring at is a fabric mask. Okay? Let's not go into this part, okay? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it makes it sound like my head gestures kind of make me sound like I'm talking like a second delayed talking. God, I'm just not correct in the head. You guys see there's the new Fantastic Four stuff coming out? I kind of want to watch it. Okay. Okay. Here we go. This one's going to be a hell of a lot worse. Alright? So, context. I'm going to say yelling. I don't remember. A very unfortunate time in the bedroom. I'm going to still give a trigger warning to this one because from what I read, it wasn't the best of reads. So, just be wary that there is something in here that could trigger somebody. I gotta do better at trying to figure out what the triggers I should name them are, or remembering what they are. I should really reread these stories before I start saying them again. But, before I start recording. But, sorry guys. We're gonna have to say, I'm gonna have to say a trigger warning on this one just because when I did read it, I was like, wow, this is not okay. So, okay, this is on relationship advice. My 25 female boyfriend, 24 male, yelled at me while we were intimate. Should I have talked it out? My boyfriend and I have been dating for 1.5 years. Yeah, 1.5 years. 1.5 years. Fuck! Or, my boyfriend and I have been dating for 1.5 years. We have had ups and downs, but sometimes he just seems like he turns on me. Last night, he turns on me. What? I'm already, run. Okay. But sometimes he just seems like he turns on me. Last night he was going down on me, and it was taking me a long time to, Eventually, he sat up, slapped my leg, and yelled, "What is wrong? What is wrong with you? Why is it taking so long?" My God, what was that? What is wrong with you? Why is it taking so long? I was so shocked, and in horrible disbelief and fear, I started sobbing and ran into the shower and locked myself in. He eventually came to the bathroom and said he was mad because I should have stayed and talked together about me being upset. I just couldn't stop crying. I felt so violated. Should I have stayed and talked it out? Was I being too sensitive? I really just couldn't even look at him, to be honest. Later, he was very apologetic. He said he felt terrible about it and didn't feel like himself. TLDR. Boyfriend yelled at me while we were intimate. I ran away instead of trying to talk it out. Okay, I know. I kind of broke character at the end there. But what the fuck? What the fuck? Was she oversensitive? Was she overreacting? Are you fucking kidding me? You hit your girlfriend, and for what? So, like, I want to know, like, even then, like, okay, so here's the one thing a lot of guys, and I know I have friends with some of them, and I have to explain this at times to get them to understand. Most of the time they don't understand, and I just have to smack them upside the head. But it's one of those things, right, where your friends are like, well, how hard did he slap her? Right? They're like, smack, smack, smack. Like, you know, it was like, maybe it was like a, you know? Or like, where he like went, like, some sort of impatient slapping motion, like he's going, like that. But it doesn't matter. If you're coming out aggressive, it's going to freak somebody out, especially when your head's in their groin. Okay? Especially when you're fucking slapping over a vagina like a goddamn fucking where your fucking mouth is at, and you're getting angry. Of course she's gonna freak the fuck out. And of course with somebody she's been together with for a year and a half at this point, why are you? I understand, and it's a lot of times when I look, it's easier to see on the inside of the relationships at times where we all look at them and be like, oh yeah, you need to leave, right? I hate it when people are like, oh, she's not listening to us. Yeah, of course she's not listening to you, because you're not the most important person in her fucking life, you dipshit. Of course she's freaked. Because the person she thought was the most important person in her life just fucking did this shit to her. But, I will say, there comes a point where you do have to kind of to look at it for what it is. Is this relationship making me happy? Well, did the fact that he just freaked you the fuck out make you happy? Probably the fuck not. Now, there is an update to this. He's getting angry again. Of course he's getting angry. This fucking dude deserves to get punched in the teeth. We shouldn't resort to violence. Fuck that. Violence is the way. Hush, you two. We have company. So, edit. I think what I'm most confused about is that sometimes he's kind of emotionally cut off and turns on me, as I said, but it's never physical. And it's confusing because it's so rare. It always kind of seems like I'm just being too sensitive. Some of you are commenting that he's probably angry about everything, and it's just not true. That's why I get so confused. Oh, guys. No. Ah, sweetheart, I don't. I just said that. I know I just said what I said, which was, she is what she is, and it's not. You guys don't understand. You can't see my facial expressions on how I'm like right now. It's relationships seems to always cut off that goddamn fucking critical thinking part in your brain that says this is wrong because the person you like is doing the wrong thing and it doesn't make sense to you. So your brain is like, well, if they're doing it and I love them, that must mean it's right. And sometimes it's not that. Oh, God. This poor fucking woman. This poor dumbass. No! I say dumbass with a lot of endearment. Okay. So we need to go further into this. I need to know. There's got to be an update to this shit, right? I want to read the comments first. This is going to be our last story for the day, guys. Just because of how long it's taken me to kind of talk about them, and because I have my own flair to things. Sometimes the fact that I can get 3 stories out for an hour long, I'm not going to do 2 hours unless most of the time, yeah, because that's a long fucking time to be reading Reddit stories by myself. If I had my friends with me, I'd totally be willing to do that. And in fact, we are trying to do the stream thing. Can't promise that just yet, but we'll definitely see, and I'll post a community update on the channel. I'll post. But hey, so okay. So here we go. First comment with about 1.5k upvotes. Man, I would never feel comfortable letting my partner go down on me again if he ever did that. No amount of apologies would undo the fresh new trauma that would plant in my brain. OP responds to that. Says, this is what I'm afraid of. I don't know how to undo that memory. Somebody else says, he'll hit you harder the next time he decides you're doing something wrong. Or taking too long if you stay with him. That slap was testing boundaries. Run. So, again, this comes back to my thing with my friends, where I have to tell them this. But now, what this is starting to sound like is he went down on her, and instead of like doing the like thing where you're kind of like underhanded tapping, right? Like this, like you're impatient tapping, like come on, God, come on. It sounds to me like this is what he did. He went to her fucking leg, and if that's what he did, this motherfucker needs to go. This motherfucker should not be anywhere around another woman if he's willing to treat her like this. Like, what the fuck? Like, in what world, guys? In what world does that make anything okay? Like, and what point in time do you have to stop and say, like, if you do that, trust me, I know. I was the dumbass who does stupid shit. I've never laid my hand on a woman, nor my partner, but I've done stupid shit to people I shouldn't have done it to. And fucking, you eventually ask yourself, was it worth it? Was it worth it? No, of course it wasn't. Why? Because guess what? Whatever happy feelings you just had, you just turned them sour, motherfucker. You just flipped that switch right there. Like it was fucking nothing. And you're sitting there probably thinking to yourself, oh, well, she'll stay. She's fucking a dumb bitch or something. And you're like, what? No. Absolutely not. That's not okay. Now you see why I wear the mask. She needs to go. Guys, she needs to go. There's no fucking sit around and wait for this shit. She needs to leave. I'd be willing to drive her myself. And in fact, actually, I'm going to send a fucking message. So, we're going to pause the video real quick. And I'm going to send her a message. And the message has been sent, guys. I hope she gets it. I hope she comes back to me. Next video, I'll probably update you guys if she does. Or if she doesn't. I've looked at her profile. No update to it. There's just more unfortunateness. But yeah. Be kind to your partners out there, guys. Because they wouldn't have stuck around you if it wasn't for a reason. This to anyone. Man, woman, other. Like, there's a lot of people out there in the world that can just as easily ignore you as they can agree to be with you. So, make sure you cherish what you got. Don't take that for granted. I know a bit of a serious message to leave on, but hopefully you guys will take it and just understand that your partner deserves as much respect and love as you do. As much as we all do. Don't throw that away in an attempt to be stupid. Okay? And with that being said, we're now at about the 50-minute mark here. Yeah, we're at the 50-minute mark here, so we're going to cut it off here today. I've been your Masked Predator today. We're going to try and do a Twitch streaming next week. And I'm going to try and invite some friends that we can go through. I got to make sure it works, so it means I got to kind of test it out probably tomorrow after this video is published, because that's what I really do after this. Like I said, I suck at editing, I suck at making thumbnails, so I just immediately just post it after I record it. Really got to start working on that for you guys. If anybody's got any tips or tricks, I really should just stop procrastinating and try it, huh? But again, this has been I've been your Masked Predator. Thanks for watching, and the theme has been Relationship Drama Mama. Bye, guys. You guys have a great day.